Welcome back for another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today, we're going to be talking about champion gear, which is kind of interesting that my Nice doesn't have gear because that's going to kind of go hand in hand with what we're talking about. Because T-Rex was talking to me and he's like, Bash, you always do these videos about like how to take down Amius and all that kind of good stuff, but you never talk about like how to actually get through these stages and how to beat him. I mean, in the past, we have gone through and beat every level in certain areas or every boss in certain areas. There's a little bit more that goes into it, and that's what we're going to talk about here today. I mean, I use this kind of for Curse City. I use this for, well, Doom Tower, not really. My Doom Tower team kind of just said, no, that's not true. On this rotation of Doom Tower, I do use this strategy, especially for my Septimus. I use this a ton in the Grim Forest, actually, you know, as I'm working through there, which, you know, it's good. And the strategy is simply going to be about presets. Yeah, I have a lot of presets on my account, and I'm going to talk to you guys about my strategy, what presets I have, why I have them, and all that kind of great stuff. But before we do any of that, let's talk about how you can start your account with free champions. You notice my old Thalin Foulbeard here. He's got a little bit of gear. I was actually using Thalin in Hydro, and I just made a new preset for him. But I use Thalin in a lot of areas, man. This guy is a really good champion, and you guys can start your account for free with him if you click my link down there in the description. Along with him, you'll get some epic champions as you level up your account. He'll be rating for you here in your inbox. But also, right now we have the Skeletor chase where you can get Skeletor for He-Man for free, just logging in for 7 days. You'll get him right there. Awesome, good positive stuff. And then you can also use a promo code, something like Wrath, which will get you Grand Oak Podrick, who's another great champion. You start off with 3 free legendaries. It's such a good time to start in Raid. So definitely check that out. Support the channel. It's a free way to support the channel. I appreciate all of the love and support there. So I used to really be in the camp of everyone should have their own gear. And I think like it takes a little bit to kind of get out of that mindset. Like everyone should have their own gear. And I think that's fine to an extent. Like if you're using people like nonstop, like Rooster, I'm using constantly in Arena. So I want him to have his own Arena set. Same with Empress. But at the same time, I do take this gear off of them from time to time, even like Carnage or Hive Lord. And we're able to do this because A, you can just simply change gear out for free now, which is a huge thing, but we have presets. So what I recommend is no matter what, always save your main presets for your champions, especially if it's champions you're going to use a lot. Recommend just saving those, having those ready. But you can also just quickly change it out. A champion like Marius, I have multiple presets for Marius. This is my Arena preset because I'm using him in 9-piece Mercurial. He is a pain in 9-piece Mercurial. But if I'm using him in the against bosses and dungeons, I'm gonna go with a 9-piece Slayer build. So I have that kind of set. I know it's labeled Chimera, but realistically, 9-piece Slayer is just kind of set up to be my PvE team setup for Marius. Not that the Mercurial build won't work, because I mean this build will definitely work, but it's just about getting a little bit more damage out of him. So that kind of goes into the lesson here is about presets. I think that you should have certain presets available at all times, because especially in Curse City, like when you're starting to work around here, you're going to get a lot of champions that you just don't use a lot. Like this stage right here, a lot of champions I don't use a lot. Like I use Mithrala, I use Lydia. I don't really use my Kaj a lot. I'm going to be honest. I don't even know if she's geared. She's not. But what I can do is I can come in here when I do use her and I can load up a preset. Now these are kind of bad. I could probably delete these. Again, a champion I don't really use, but I keep her with protection accessories so that I can quickly switch her into the preset. And I have a lot of presets here. We'll talk about it. Of Elva, and I know that Elva means that it's my speed 9-piece protection with HP. Really fast, lots of HP, and 9-piece protection. So that's going to make Kaj work really, really well. What else do we have here? We have Lydia. Lydia shouldn't need gear. I mean, she's going to be fine, right? Where's Lydia? Yeah, she's going to be a 9-piece protection. I just can't get... I want her in Feral, but I can't get a banner for her. Mage Helma, I actually committed to just putting him in some gear to make him somewhat fast and somewhat accurate. So he actually has his own gear. Let's see, they have us with Staglord and Mithrala. Mithrala should have gear. She might not actually, because I actually have hers set as a preset, but Stag probably does not. And this is actually a preset I use a ton. is I have two presets where I have a lot of accuracy. I guess we just have, I think this is actually one of my accuracy presets because I just ran Ugo in one of my Hydra teams. So I have two accuracy presets. I have high accuracy for some reason if I need a crazy amount of accuracy, 741 accuracy, decent speed there, right? I mean, that's cooking. But what I actually really like is this Adeline build, and that's the one I have preset for him. And the Adeline build, it's labeled Adeline. It's my Adeline for my Sand Devil team because she needs to be the fastest on the team and she needs to put him to sleep, so she needs to have accuracy. So I know this is a faster accuracy team. So when we try this on, we see 324, 528, and this is without a banner. So we actually get this up with an accuracy banner with some speed on it. We actually get this cooking, so it's more like 600 accuracy. You know what I mean? Like this, it's all about like just knowing what you need and where you need it. So we get Stag in there, and this is just the team that they suggested for me. I'm just assuming that it will eventually work through. I feel like it's going to be slow because it's support against him. Kaj is reviving. Kaj is pretty survivable, but I think like the bigger story here is I think you should have these kind of presets available so that you can swap out, swap in, and just be able to like adapt to these different stages. Let me go ahead and let me beat this. Actually, it's going pretty well for support team, and it is on hard, so I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought this was going to take a lot longer. I'm not going anywhere. Leave a like, subscribe while this is finishing up. That actually crushed. Obviously, like my account is more of an end game account, so it's a lot easier for me. I'm not going to pretend like, you know, a mid game, early game account is going to be able to just have all these presets. They're going to be super OP and effective. But I think there's something to say about like using presets and using some like your best gear opposed to like just putting okay gear on everyone. So like going through some of my other presets here, like Leo has his own. So we have high accuracy. This one right here, this is going to be cursed, which sometimes I update these and I just forget to update them. Let's take this off. So like curse, I need a little bit more speed on my Krisk for my Hydra team. So this is my curse preset, which I can actually update with the preset that he's wearing. Yes, he's just a little bit less accuracy. Let's take that off here. And then let's actually, we could probably just override that. We would just save this as a global preset. And then we could kind of just delete the old one, you know? As I update them, I delete them. But I think you should have a preset for a nice little curse set on there. Like curse is good. This one's old also. Let's delete that. I'm really bad about not deleting old presets. This preset right here, you can see for Throat Ripper is just like a nuking preset, and I have a few of these. And you know, the fact that I'm using a few of these means that they're not all going to be OP. The one for Throat Ripper uses crit rate gloves, because usually when I'm using Throat Ripper, he's with someone else, like the Wukong build, which is a little bit more crit damage, but it's also a little bit slower, right? So like I have a lot of different presets for nukers and stuff in here where I can just like kind of change it out. Because a lot of times, like when you're running nukers, you're going to be running multiple nukers. Now I know like when I'm running Leo, that this is going to be Savage Stone Skin, so we're going to need some Stone Skin accessories. That's going to be defense based. Same with Rooster. I probably need to update these two, to be honest. I haven't really swapped those out. My Wrath is going to be Swift Parry with Cruel. Mikey and Edward essentially share this set. It's going to be Lethal and Stone Skin. My Godseeker team is going to be my regen. It's going to be my regen kit. And my whole point here is like, I think you should have like these presets of like certain sets and just kind of know what they are and update them from time to time. Like this one, I could probably try to get more speed onto it, would be good. My Cavalvax, I know it's just going to be just straight up attack gear, just attack percent. Give me as much attack percent as possible and get us to 10k attack. Cavalvax has 10k attack. Arby is obviously going to be a speed build here. As fast as possible on the account. My Arbiter goes 400 something, which I feel like she's slow. I feel like she needs to be faster. But when, you know, my Arby has her gear going, I guess like Shayak, I probably need to update that because Shayak had some of the stuff on there, huh? Yeah, but I guess let's compare and contrast. I guess like it's not a good example. It's one more speed, but more crit rate here, more accuracy. So yeah, the Elva set, fast protection stuff. It's just kind of all about like knowing what sets you need where and who it's going to work on. So normally like my Krisk, if you saw the Krisk shield in there, I feel like I'm just rambling. I don't know. Hopefully this is what Rex is like asking for. Krisk shield is going to be shield set. And this is going to be like for Chimera and stuff. For my Titus Chimera. It's really just like, you know, I have all these, like my Nice. I know Nice is HP nuker. Same with Embrus, HP nuker. nuke some speed, nuke with no speed. You know, if we're doing like an ally attack team, some Mercurial sets in here. Wixwell, this is going to be resist and speed, you know, with defense. Hilvi, it's going to be Mercurial. This is just going to be a Pharaoh preset. Rio, it's going to be 9-piece Pharaoh. It's just so that like when you're in the Cursed City, and let's go to a stage that maybe we have some funky people on. Let's see. So yeah, like a stage like this, you know, like if I need to run Theodore or something, a lot of these guys are actually geared up pretty well. But you know, we can throw Throw-Ripper in, and if he doesn't have the gear, we can just go in here and we can quickly throw on one of those presets on. And I think that's what makes me able to complete through the Cursed City, is having these presets saved and working real well. And it's a lot the same in the Grim Forest too, is because the Grim Forest, you get in random draws. A lot of my nuker gear is shared, especially like that Wukong set. It's kind of became my primary nuker set. I kind of need to update my nuker sets. So I think like shifting over to where you're like getting some of your better gear on is definitely going to help you in the long run. I feel like Cavalax actually probably should have been on this team. But yeah, that's the whole point I'm getting at here. It's just like having presets and like kind of knowing what champions do, like just knowing what they need. Like if I see like a Stag Knight, for instance, I know he's going to be a decreased defense. He's going to need some accuracy. He's going to need some speed. He's going to need some survivability. If I see a Throat-Ripper, I know he's going to be a nuking type champion. So I'm going to put him in a nuker preset. Like if I get Empress, I know my Empress rarely doesn't have gear, but if I'm getting an HP nuker like White King, for instance, I know that I should probably put him in Empress or Nice's nuke set, because he's going to need that to kind of work through there. White Queen, we're going to put her in a speed set, which I think she already has her own. But the whole point here is like kind of when you get those random draws, especially in Cursed City and Grim Forest, like just knowing what they need and having those presets ready to go, so you're not just building champions and wasting tons of time. I think that's where the presets come in. Now we do also have the like auto equip thing. I haven't really played with that. I don't know. Have you guys used that? Do you guys like that? Let me know in the comment section, because one time I clicked that and it said it was going to remove gear from people, and I was like, yeah, no, thank you. No, I don't want to do that. I'd rather just do presets and kind of know what I have, you know? Does that make sense? I don't know. This video is, I feel like I'm all over the place, but this is just kind of my thought process when I'm working on these stages, is like, okay, who are they giving me? What do I need to do to beat the stage? I look at it a lot of times, like I just brute force the teams that they give me. Ooh, that could be really nice. I just brute force the teams that they give me, but realistically it's like, okay, will this team work? Can I get to where I need to be? Like I need to start working my way over here to get the third key. Like, can I beat this stage with these champions? That's the main thing. Like my Seer doesn't have any gear on her, but if I wanted to put her in nuker gear, I could. But realistically, like if you just look at some of the stuff here, like we got Elva, we got Marius, like we got some really nasty nuky champions here. They could just run right on through these stages. I mean, even if I did run Seer, like Seer can nuke Rooster, but the big thing here is these champions are going to need some gear. Wukong, his gear is just shared with everyone. But I know, okay, Wukong, I need to go get his gear. Seer, she's going to need one of the nuker sets. So let's go grab her a nuker set. So we go to the presets. I don't use that stuff. Let's see, we're not using Throat-Ripper for this one. Let's grab that one. And it'll hit hard enough. PvE, like it's going to be fine. Everyone else should have gear. Actually, does Elva have gear? No, because we borrowed it, right? Yeah, we got to go get Elva's gear. And this is only what, 3-4 clicks? Not too hard to go gear, and this just saves you so much time. That's the main thing. The main point of this video, I guess, is this just gonna save you so much time. We're getting ready for some 2x primals. The guys are loading up some accounts. We're gonna have some 2x primals pulled probably tomorrow on the channel. But yeah, Rex was kind of talking about this, like especially about the presets, because you know I do my presets a lot in the videos. But I think presets, man, especially since we have the free gear removal, I think they're a lifesaver, especially in Cursed City and Grim Forest. Like, it's being able to get through these stages so much quicker, switching gear out, especially like Grim Forest. Grim Forest is such a pain, but being able to switch the gear out and have those presets ready. I think the big thing, and like you kind of saw it here, is over time, you do need to update your presets. And I kind of need to go through and like clean out some old presets and like kind of update some presets as well. I think that's definitely something where I need to be. I mean, if you have Marius is just nasty. We know that Nice, obviously his gear was on loan, but we can go ahead and we can go grab that. Bam, bam. White King was borrowing his gear. We're good. in there. Lord Chamfer doesn't have any gear, but honestly, I'm not really worried about it. I think we should be able to win through here. Hopefully this one's helpful for you guys. I know I'm rambling a lot, but I think presets are a really good tool where you can use some of your best gear. And you can load up and have some of those like really good, like hard hitting, especially in PvE. You don't have to get so specific like you do with like arena builds. I think you should have like tons of like 6-piece merciless builds ready. You should have 9-piece protection, 9-piece feral builds, curse builds, shield builds. You should just kind of have stuff that's going to be a utility in all the different PvE areas of the game, is my opinion on it. 9-piece mercurial, 6-piece mercurial. Just a lot of things that you can switch in and out of that's going to make your life easier. Hopefully, this video was of some use to someone out there. You know I rambled a ton, but I think that's enough rambling. We'll wrap it up there. I'm going to go do my Cursed City hits. I'm going to go do my Grim Forest hits, and I'm going to use my presets. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe because we're going to have 2 times primals coming soon.